Hi, and welcome to my channel, Laura's Library Card. So today I'm doing a video that I hope to be regular content soon, and I'm calling it Checked Out, Laura's Library Card, because I'm just gonna basically run through a list of all the books that I have checked out right now. And so this is sort of a currently reading, not really a vlog, but sort of a vlog, currently reading as of May 11th, 2020, and also sort of what's immediately on my reading horizons and sort of books that are on my TBR. It's really just like a really just like a snapshot of what is my reading radar and reading life at any given moment. And also for me personally, it's kind of a nice little like housekeeping moment to get in touch with exactly what I have checked out. And I'll give you a warning, I have like 5 library cards, so it's gonna be a list. If I mention a book or an author that you hate or that you love, or a specific book that you just have a ton of thoughts about, please comment below. And if you are recommending a book and I ultimately kind of bump it up my TBR, I will be sure to shout it out that you were the one who recommended it to me. So make sure you comment if you hear anything that sounds good. The first book on my list is called Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari, and the subtitle is Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind. So this is a nonfiction. I'm listening to the audiobook and I'm actually kind of enjoying it. It's not too dry. The audiobook narrator is British, but he's got this like slightly sassy, slightly like kind of dry humor to him, which I'm really enjoying. So I'm only a couple chapters in, and it's about all the different kinds of human species that existed at the same time, like 10, 12,000 years ago. Now we have multiple species of like cats, but like lions and tigers and panthers and jaguars, those are all different species, all within the same genus. But in humans, there's just Homo sapiens. And 12,000 years ago, there were Neanderthals, and there was Homo erectus, and there was a bunch of other like Homo blank kinds of human species. And so it's sort of a book that's discussing why are there only Homo sapiens left and why might that be? So I'm finding it actually really interesting, surprising. The next book on my list is called Turn and Burn, and it's by Lorelai James, and it's the next book in the Blacktop Cowboy series. And it's going to expire in about 12 hours and I've read none of it. So this is just a series I've been kind of working my way through whenever I needed something on the back burner, a good sort of Western fluffy romance. And I'll probably have to check it out again to eventually get to it. But there's so many other good things that it's just been kind of on my back burner. The next book on the list is Wicked and the Wallflower by MacLean. And she's written a number of other romance books that I've quite enjoyed. Everything I think I've read by her has been like a Regency historical romance, and so is this one. It's the first one in the Bare Knuckle Bastards series, and I'm listening to the audiobook. I'm not that far into it, maybe 25%. And while I'm enjoying it, there's also some feels that I definitely recorded a vlog about because there's a lot of info dump right up front. But I mean, like, it's good. It's a cute Regency romance, and I'm gonna keep reading it. The next 2 books on my list were in anticipation. I sort of jumped the gun because Stephenie Meyer put out an announcement earlier this week about something that was going to be coming, and I thought, oh, it's going to be Twilight related. And so I went ahead and checked out the audiobooks of both Twilight and Breaking Dawn by Stephenie Meyer in the Twilight series in anticipation of her announcement. But the announcement is that her new book, Midnight Sun, which I think is just, I mean, it's being called a prequel, but I thought it was just Twilight from Edward's point of view. So unless she's changed it from the Midnight Sun that she released partially like years ago, I thought it was just a retelling of Twilight from Edward's point of view. So I checked out both Twilight and Breaking Dawn sort of in anticipation, but that book, Midnight Sun, is not coming out until August. So I don't think I'm even going to read Breaking Dawn right now, but Chandler Ainsley and a few of her other friends are doing a live show where they discuss Twilight, the first book, Twilight, in a couple weeks. I'll put that information down below, and I'm going to link to her announcement, but I am going to try to listen to the audiobook of Twilight. I don't think I've ever actually listened to the audiobook. I think I've only ever read the series. I'm going to try to listen to it so that I can participate in that live show, which should be pretty good, because I think a lot of people have a lot of like cringe and feelings about Twilight, but at the same time, it was like such a phenomenon, and I won't deny that I was on that bandwagon, and it was really more, I mean, I could do a whole video on Twilight, so maybe I will. We'll see. But those are on my library cards right now. The next book that I have checked out is The Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard, and it's the first book in the Red Queen series. This is an audiobook that I just checked out yesterday. I've never read this series. I don't really know that much about it, other than I think that it was one of those series that was going around that I had a lot of followers and that people really loved. So I feel like this was a boat that I missed, and I'm going to try to rectify that, and hopefully I love it. But I like literally don't know anything about it. Next book on the list is The Wedding Date by Jasmine Guillory. This is one that I saw pop up a bunch on Goodreads. It's one of those books that a lot of people read within the last year or two and kind of had some buzz about it, but I don't really know anything about it other than it's a romance. And that's something I enjoy, especially listening on audiobook at work. So that's why I got it out from the library. And I do intend to read it though, so look out for that. The next book I have checked out is called Learn My Lesson by Katee Robert. And this is actually the second book in her Wicked Villains series. So I just finished Desperate Measures, which is the first book in the Wicked Villains series. And I had a lot of feelings about it, and I vlogged about that. And that's not up yet, but I'm editing it and putting it up very soon. Based on how I was kind of about the first book, I'm not really sure that I want to continue this, but I had put this on reserve at the same time as I'd put the first one on, so I haven't decided yet if I want to continue the series. I think I might just like see if things are different. I wonder if this author is going to explore sort of like other kinks, I guess, in other books, because the Jasmine and Jafar story was not 100% my cup of tea. So I'm not sure if I'm going to Learn My Lesson or not. I haven't fully decided. And the last book that I have checked out currently on my library card is called Pretty Things by Janelle Brown. And this is new. It just came out at the end of April. I'm reading the Kindle. I got an excerpt just like from BookBub ahead of time, but it was the first like 80 pages. So I'm really not that much further than that. I think I'm only on page like 125. But so far it's fine. It's, I think, listed as like a thriller, and so far it's not really a thriller. It's been a lot of setup as to why the main character is like plotting this scheme or plotting this con. So it's not, I really don't have like that much of an opinion about it. I'm not like dying to keep picking up, even though it expires here in the next 2 days. So if I'm going to read it, I better hurry up. So I'm enjoying it, but I'm also not like loving it nor hating it. So. Hey guys, so in the middle of uploading the rest of this video, the 9 books that I had checked out on my library card list, another one popped up that said the hold was available to check out. I was super excited because the book is Ghost by Jason Reynolds, which was recommended to me by fellow booktuber newbie BooksMcD. So I will link to her video down in the description and possibly here in the cards, so you should check her out. And I'm looking forward to reading the book Ghost by Jason Reynolds, and I got out the audiobook, and just the premise sounds really interesting. Plus it's got like it's like 20,000 plus reviews, and it's like an over a 4 on Goodreads. I'm interested. Can't wait to see how it turns out. Bye. So those are the books that I currently have checked out on my multiple library cards, and sort of what I'm currently reading, and also what's coming soon, and things that have been on my TBR but I may or may not actually ever get to. So that's just sort of a snapshot of what's going on with my life. So if you heard any books or authors that you would really recommend, or somebody that you loved or somebody that you hated, please comment down below so that I can get your recommendation and know your thoughts about it. And otherwise, I better start reading. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.